Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode here in our single-player survival Minecraft world. Today, we are going to be getting going on a few things on the outside of this building, which I have already sort of started. I have done a lot of them, but I haven't done all of them, so we should be alright with that. So let's jump down here. We've got a whole bunch of stuff missing from the bottom here, and I know what you're thinking. That was looking disgusting anyway, so it's not worth our while to even bother about complaining about it not even being there, because I'm actually kind of glad that I got rid of it now, because that was absolutely horrible, and I really didn't, I wanted to redo this piece, but I didn't feel like breaking it. You know when you get that where you're like, but I've already put the blocks there, but you know what, we have to do it, we have to make it look better, and I think what we are doing now is we are making it look better. So what we have done here is you can see we've put in a little roof in this sort of a shape, which is similar to this shape here, because we can't have two different shaped roofs on the same building. It just wasn't working. And the other thing is, you can see I'm trying to put a bit of cobblestone in this level over here. So that's pretty much what we're doing here. And I want to leave the oak in there just for a little bit of a variance in there. So that's that. And pretty much that's what I'm going to be doing off camera when I get to it. Now, the other thing is, we went to go harvest a few dragon eggs. Because, of course, we've got our dragon egg maker, and it's a stupid amount of dragon eggs. We got 12 extra dragon eggs, because we put in 4 originally. We took out 16, put in another 4 just so we can keep duplicating 4. But the reason why I say we got 12 is because I decided it would be a smart idea to just place them in stupid locations, which I'm probably going to regret at some stage. Let's just move it. There we go, moved, and get out of here. Alright, so these dragon eggs are going to be in random places as well. In fact, the dragon eggs we did the other day, actually, they kind of look like rocks, which is kind of cool. We could even work this in. I want to show you where they landed, because they landed in the water, and they actually don't look too bad. So let's just quickly go over there before I forget, because else you guys will never know about these things that I see in random places that I'll never talk to you guys about. So let's do this. Do we get it? Why is there a horse in there? Okay, I've got many questions that need answers in this place. So have a look here. When we come down here, you can see the one dragon egg landed up in the water here. Where did the other one land up? I think it also landed up in the water, didn't it? Would have landed up here. I think it was around this way. Let's check. Maybe I was just looking at squids that look like dragon eggs. Okay, maybe we don't know where the other one went. But that's alright, because we've got enough dragon eggs to go around for everybody. So that's not a problem. Now, I want to get back to our windmill, and I want to speak to you guys about what the plan is for today with the windmills. With the windmill. We're going to be building the sails of the windmill. Man, I can't speak at all today. We're going to be building the sails of this windmill, and I think they'll probably be about that high. They're going to be huge. They're going to be absolutely massive. I think. Who knows? It might end up turning out a little bit differently to what I was thinking. But I get the feeling these things are going to be absolutely massive. So let's quickly jump up here. Now, I got a comment in... Oh, man. A pretty cool comment in the last episode suggesting that in our windmill, we should have a spot that we can fly with our elytra. I think it was just implying just something in general. I think this would be a good challenge, keeping these open windows and having this go right through here. So if we can fly right through there without stopping, that could be pretty cool. So let's get going on that little piece that I said I was going to get going on. By the way, I want to quickly show you, I did a bunch of potatoes. Didn't get many carrots done, but a bunch of potatoes done on our little thing here, which is going to work wonders for us, which is something I also want to get done today, a little bit of stuff maybe, just around here, just in this area here. Now, with this as well, before I go, this over here is not going to look like that. We're going to smooth it out, we're going to make it look a bit better, we're also going to fix up this, and the reason why this is all blocky and not slabbed and stared is because we're just planning. This is how I do my planning. We just put real blocks and then we fix them up later. And here's some planning as well, because we have to do this. How are we going to come down here? Do we want to come down here with one of these? Would that work? I don't know. Because we have to work out a way of coming down here. Like that. How would that go? There. Yeah, I think that could be alright. That'll be alright. Yep, good. I'm happy with that. Fine. Alright guys, so it has been a bit of time and I've finished up the bottom piece and I want to show you that while also... Oh, that was not smart of me. Well, also what we have done is we've started with our very first... Actually, I'm not going to fly up. Our very first sail on here, and we'll have a look at that now, but this is what I've done to the bottom. I think it looks alright. I think it's got a lot of different stuff going on in here. And we will add more onto it, but I think as a start, that works really, really well, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now, let's get onto the sail, because that's actually been a part that I've been struggling with. You can see all these fences over here from me trying some things. That was my first attempt, which I've just chopped down. Actually, that was probably my third attempt, which I chopped down. My second attempt is something that I came up with in a creative world by accident once, and this wasn't even in relation to this. It was just something that I came up with, and I had a look, and I was like, yeah, look at that. So I think this almost works alright. I wanted to make it somewhat see-through, because all the designs that I've seen on the internet of windmills and stuff like that they've kind of got like very fence-like, like these sort of fence, like this kind of crisscrossy structure. I guess they've got very similar patterns to that. They're not really a solid sail. But I did try, and I feel like they just didn't look good. And I think that the wool, which I've used over here, this wool block, actually does look a little bit better. So I'll quickly explain to you how I got this shape, because it's a little bit of an interesting shape. Because it's not just a straight line, and I've managed to get, I think, I don't know what you would call it, maybe the illusion of it looking like it's moving. You know what I mean? We'll step back a bit. I'll show you. So let's go here, and there. Come on. Okay, we'll get up here eventually. Come on. Hit myself again, please. You know what? Every time I do this off camera, I look like a professional. Alright, there we go. You can see. This kind of looks like it's hanging towards this side. And the way I've done that is by spacing the blocks a little bit differently to, like, the way you would normally. You can see I've done one spacing over here. One block, like that. And then a little bit of a thing over here down the bottom. But then underneath, I've done a 2-block spacing between each one. You can see 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 2 blocks, all the way down that way. And I probably should actually count it. I think I did 10 of each of them, because I'm about to do the next one, so I probably should know. Now, the only thing is that when we do this next piece, I've got to think of the bottom as the left-hand side over here, this upward side, because this is going up this way. And we're going to have to go one that way. So it's going to be a little bit tricky for me. But let's just quickly count. That's 3, 9. What am I doing? 3, 6, 9. Yeah, 9 of these. Is that all right? I think that's right. Okay, so let's give this next one a try. I'm not too sure whether or not we're going to have enough wool for this. I'm pretty sure we won't. We're going to have to go down to our sheep at the bottom there and grab some more. But I think that this will turn out all right. Of course, we're not going to be leaving the whiteness of the windmill, like the white sails by themselves. We're going to be doing some other stuff to it eventually. But for a start, I think this actually isn't too bad in terms of what we're adding onto here. So, come on, land softly. It's good enough for me. Right, so this one, as I said, we're going to have to think of the bottom over here the top here is actually the bottom almost for us over here. So we'll go up there. We need to go. Can we go out there? Let me just work this out. So that block over there is our center block. Why can't I place a block in under here? Because that's there. All right, so that makes sense. Why I couldn't place this block here. So you can see this is our center block, and we've gone 2 out from there, which means we've got to go 2 up from there, which means that this one has to be this one. Okay, cool. Well, that would mean that we go 3. Yep, okay, cool. Okay, I got this. I'll show you. So this was my little trick to getting around it. We went up 1, 2, 3. So we did 2 over there because of that one. Then we'd go 1 block gap. You can see there's a block there. We go 1, 2, 3, 4 because that means we got extra 2 blocks there and 1 block there. But now this gets a little bit tricky because then we got to go. In fact, we might be a little bit easier going off just making ourselves a run. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. How many is that? 3, 4. Then we'll go up again. 5, 6. And we'll just go up to 9. Like that. And the trick is pretty much the same thing the whole way. You just kind of go up. And you'll just end up. No, we'll leave it like that. I need to count this. I've lost track of count. But pretty much the whole trick is just always go up an extra 2 blocks to what you did before. So 1. How many was that? There was 2 there. We'll go up another 2. Then we'll go up here. Then we'll go up another 2. Then we go up here. And you guessed it, we go up in another 2. And it kind of just gives this illusion that it looks like it's being pushed by the air a bit, I guess. We're gonna have to come back up here again anyway. May as well just count it. Whoa. So let's have a look at that. Yeah, it definitely needs to be bigger. It's tiny, but you can see how it's coming along like that. And these bottom ones are going to be a little bit interesting because I'm going to have to do them underneath, which means I'm going to have to build up some scaffolding, but that's not too bad. That's kind of, sort of an interesting thing there. Yeah, I like that. I want to work out. Difference is, skeleton, I got wings. Oh, man. No. Yep, and that's why I'm using them. Oh, man. That was close, alright. So, the plan now is, I'll get this going. I'll probably have to fix this up quite a bit. And I'll be back. Okay, guys, so this is what we've got over here. It's taken me so long to get this done. I messed up even with this one over here. I pushed this side here on that side. It just, and I stared at it for about a minute. I was like, something's not working here. Yeah, and it was that. So that took me quite some time. I ended up having to pillar up on each of these sides here. And I think it's going to be worth it. I think this, in the end, will work out. Now, what I'm planning to do for this is we have to make this look a little bit nicer because really having completely white things would be completely stupid. And not only that, also I think that having a little bit of stuff to get it popping out a little bit would actually look quite nice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly go over and grab a bit of logs, oak logs probably. Actually, we might grab oak and spruce. We'll have a look and think about what we want. We've actually got spruce in our inventory. Grab some oak. Let's just grab 2 of those. And we want some spruce stairs. In fact, we probably will end up just using oak logs for the fact that they look better with spruce stairs with what I'm about to do. So let's give this a go. Maybe it would be best to just fly up and get that one there. So I really need to make myself a proper jumping spot here. Let's just do this once and for all. We do that. Just a few blocks to make my life significantly easier when I want to get into the air. So let's do that. We've eat another one. And this should work. There we go. That's so much better. Instead of chancing that too high block. Okay, so I think, you know what? With this particular design that I'm doing with these sails, I at first was not 100% happy with it. And the reason for that was, whoa. The reason for that is because I felt like they kind of looked a bit out of place. And to some extent, I feel like they still do. But realistically, when I put them next to this, it really did make a bigger difference than... Like, it didn't make as big of a difference that they weren't the same sort of style as what I was expecting it to be, pretty much. Now, my plan here is we're going to go up here this whole way, just like this. And I'm willing to change it, depending on how it turns out. Like that. And we might actually, you know what? This is the only spot we're actually going to need these. Because this will go like that. And then these will go like that. So let's have a look there. And I'm planning on popping this out one as well. So we can actually do that right now. I can show you what I'm talking about. So let's just go here, put one there, and we might be easier off just doing it down like this, little trick, so that it makes our life a bit easier. I've learned this with doing roofs. It's a lot easier to do things like this way than doing it the other way. So we'll do that, and that, and that. Now, I was actually thinking with this roof, because this is a little bit of a different design to what we normally do. We normally do a very simple roof, and I like the very simple roofs. Like, they've got their own thing to them, you know what I mean? But I want to start doing a few more of these. However, in our base area here, I don't think we've got room to do that. So, thoughts on, I want your guys' thoughts. If you guys have got any thoughts on it, and I know many of you have some very strong thoughts on whether we should start a new area or not. So let me know about that. Also, I saw a question the other day, which was in the comments, and that was whether or not we have thought about, or whether or not we have named our city or village. And I've thought it would be cool to have a name, but I haven't actually thought of a name. So if any of you guys do have some name on some idea on a name we could use, let me know, because I'd be very interested. I'm not really like wanting to name it, like it's not like it's a pressing issue, but it's just, if you guys do have any thoughts on it, let me know, because that could be a very cool thing to have, you know what I mean? It's something that'll be nice if we did want to. So Let me know down in the comments. So let's check this out. Yeah, that is good. It's looking good right now. Look at that, just that little bit out, and you can even tell just from here that it pops out just a tad. That is awesome. Now, the next thing which I want to try, and this will probably be the more controversial thing, I guess, and it probably will be the one thing that does mess up out of these ideas, but it's worth a try, is doing this here, and I want to just maybe do a few more so we get a good feel before we do the whole thing. So we'll do that. There. And just to see what this looks like, because I want to still bring out the kind of depth in the sails a little bit, because really, they're very flat. Even with that other piece, I think they still are going to be quite flat. So let's do this quickly and see how this looks, because I think everything, you know me, everything is worth a try until you realize it's a bad idea. Then you've learnt what the good things are and what the bad things are as well. So you need to know what the good designs are by figuring out the bad ones. I can't even see them. Let's check what happens when we get a bit closer. Maybe they will work a little bit when we get closer. Let's actually just go down. Like this. And I was thinking, perhaps on these sails we could try a bit of quartz stairs, but I think they'll clash a bit too much with the oak. And in the middle we'll connect that. Oh, that'll be good. We can connect that up to this middle, like, nodule thing here. Yeah, I don't like those on there. We'll take them off. Don't worry. We'll take them off. Maybe we can do something with changing the bottom over there with something, but we'll figure that out in a later episode. I think for now, I'll just have to add in these things off camera because this will take forever. Well, actually not too bad, but not as bad as the sails have been. But let's give that little nodule thing, the middle piece, a go and see what we can come up with. I want to do it out of wood. Maybe one of the... Do I have any? I've got some of these. Can maybe give this a try, just because this could be a good center. There's a thing going on. Look at this. If I do that, like, there's something going on with this most recent thing with crafting. It happened to me in here. Look at this. And we'll take this out, right? I did this. Now it probably will work. There, see? It just does that. I'm doing nothing else. And then I had to work out a weird way of crafting these. Like that. And then you kind of put it together separately. Very, very strange stuff. And if you guys are wondering, that is 16W44A, which I'm sure this is probably a bug that Mojang are aware of, but yeah, it's something that's happening to me. It's a little bit annoying. So, carrying on with this, what I was thinking originally with this, at least, we may as well just pillar up a bit. What I was thinking originally was perhaps we could put in a bit of a piston or something to make it look like it's pushing out this way, but now when I come to think of it, I don't know. I don't think it'll work too well. So, oh man, that was not smart. That could have actually ended up bad. So we'll do that. We didn't end up getting it. Cool, we got it. Now, what I was thinking is perhaps we could put this in over there and just put in a few stairs around this. In fact, we could even, do we use these? Let's use planks. I think maybe we use planks. This could look a little bit nicer. So we'll put on some of these planks in there, and there. There. And then we'll go in over here, there, and we can also just put this one in right around here. And oh, of course, it's nighttime. Can I make this jump? Yes, good. And the other side, we won't be too lucky, and that's wrong. We won't be too lucky with the jump, I don't think. And of course, we messed that up. Get in there. Alright, so let's have a look at this. Bang. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I think this will probably take a bit of work, but it can do for now. Okay, guys, so we have completed the basic layout of these sails, and I'm actually pretty happy with the way this is turning out. I want to have a look at it from the base, like our main base, because that was, if you remember correctly, the same reason why we said... Oh man, this thing's... Oh, now it works. Now it hits me. Of course it hits me then. But yeah, this whole windmill project and the farming project in general is actually all as a project for this base. It's purely there. Oh, I don't have any more food on me. But it's purely there just so that we have something to look at from here. So let's have a look at what it looks like from here. We'll go into this tail. Let's go in. Why am I lagging all of a sudden? Man, this is really weird. Okay, well, we'll go on top. I like it. I don't know. Tell me what you think. I like it quite a lot. I think putting these sails on has made a massive difference, but I think the tower in general has made a really awesome look, and I just want to build more like this. This is looking really awesome. I've got some really cool ideas for this, specifically now that we've got an Elytra, and I think we might get to that in the future. But that's looking really, really awesome, I think. I'm very happy. Tell me what you guys think. I'm very happy with that. But for today, guys, you know what? I didn't realize we've had quite a lot of time in this episode, so I'm going to be pretty much off, but I'll be brief. I want to quickly tell you guys something that for the next, a little bit of an update, for the next 2 weeks or so, we might have a few days without a video, and that's not because I'm being lazy or whatever. I love making videos, and there's really not much else I would rather do, but in the next 2 weeks, I've got exams at my university, because you guys know I work at a job 35 plus hours a week. I go to university, and now it's exams, and I do this. So there's quite a bit of time that I have taken out of my day, and obviously doing this extra bit of studying for exams will take me a fair bit more time. So if so, this will sadly lose a little bit. Everything's going to take a little bit of a knock for 2 weeks, and then it's all YouTube. Then we can do whatever the hell we want after that, because we've got extra time after that, which is great. So yeah, good times. But for today, guys, that will be us for this. I am very excited to get a bit more done on this, a bit more detailing done, also on those sides there. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.